Once upon a time, in the charming village of Verdant Hollow, there lived a dog named Bruno. Known for his sleek fur and sharp eyes, Bruno also had a reputation for his insatiable greed. While the other animals in the village were satisfied with their meals, Bruno always sought more, never content with what he had. One sunny afternoon, Bruno's nose led him to the bustling marketplace. There, hanging from the butcher's stall, was the most magnificent bone he had ever seen. His eyes sparkled with desire. "I must have that bone," Bruno thought, and with swift determination, he snatched it and ran off before anyone could stop him. Feeling triumphant, Bruno made his way to a quiet riverbank to enjoy his prize. As he approached the water, he noticed his reflection, a dog holding a bone even larger than his own. Consumed by greed, Bruno barked fiercely, "Grr, drop that bone right now." In his eagerness, the bone he was holding slipped from his jaws and splashed into the river, sinking to the bottom. Bruno watched in dismay, realizing too late that the other dog was merely his reflection. Despondent and empty-pawed, he sat by the river, pondering his foolishness. An old, wise tortoise named Tilda, who had seen the entire scene, approached Bruno slowly. "Dear Bruno," she said gently, "greed often leads to loss. If you had been content with your bone, you would still have it now." Bruno felt a wave of shame wash over him. Determined to change, he trudged back to the village, where the other animals had heard of his misfortune. Moved by pity, they gathered around to offer comfort and advice. Bruno decided to embrace a new path. He began helping his fellow villagers, sharing whatever he had with those in need. Over time, his greedy reputation faded, replaced by one of generosity and kindness. One day, the village celebrated the annual harvest festival. To Bruno's surprise, he found a beautifully wrapped package in front of his home. Inside was a bone, as magnificent as the one he had lost, along with a note that read, "For Bruno, whose heart has grown as large as his generosity." Overwhelmed with gratitude, Bruno realized that true happiness came not from taking, but from giving. His transformation had brought joy to himself and strengthened the bonds within the community. But Bruno's story didn't end there. His newfound generosity continued to inspire others. The villagers followed his lead, and Verdant Hollow became a haven of kindness and cooperation. Every act of generosity was met with smiles and gratitude, making the village a better place for all. Bruno spent his days playing with the children, helping his fellow animals, and basking in the warmth of the friendships he had cultivated. The tale of Bruno, once greedy but now generous, spread far and wide, becoming a timeless lesson for all who heard it. And so, Bruno lived out his days surrounded by friends and love, always ready to lend a helping paw. The tale of Bruno, from greed to generosity, became a cherished story, reminding everyone that the greatest treasures are found in the hearts of those who give. The end.